Hello everyone, I'm Subhojit Panda from OdissaTV.in presenting you today's news from Odisha. First the headlines. BJD blames centre for stepmotherly attitude towards Odisha after PMO ignored state plea for meet on Polavaram. Odisha government decides to give priority on public opinion in annual state budget of 2016. Campaign for NEC polls in Champua, Baliguda ends. Polling to be held on 19 January. 3 persons killed after gas tanker overturns. Efforts made to stop gas leakage. And Kalinga Lancers to take on Uttar Pradesh Wizards in opening match of 4th edition of Hockey India League on Monday. Now the details. The ruling Biju Janata Dal BJD once again brought the issue of centre's alleged stepmotherly attitude towards Odisha after the Assembly's House Committee failed to get an appointment with the Prime Minister's office PMO for discussion on the Polavaram issue. The House Committee had sought an appointment to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi between 27th December and 18th January but did not get any response from the PMO even as the deadline for the meeting expires today. It is worthwhile to mention that the House Committee had sought an appointment from the Prime Minister's office on any day between 27th December and 18th January to meet the House Committee. A BJD delegation comprising 4 state ministers and other leaders had submitted a memorandum in this regard to Governor S.C. Jamir.
जोभଳି भाବରେ ओडिशार जनमत एवं जो विशेष करी क्षतिग्रस्त अंचल जोभଳି भाବରେ प्रतिवाद होउछि विधानसभा भीतर आलोचना होइछि विधानसभा बाहर आलोचना होइछि विधानसभार जो गृह कमिटी से निवेदन करिथिला प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय को तारीख स्थिर करिया पे ए मास शेष सुधा कुआइतिला 18 तारीख सुधा कुआइतिला दुर्भाग्य होउछि केंद्र जोभଳି भाବରେ ओडिशा समस्या आसिले अणदेखा करंती ये तार मध्ये गोटे उदाहरण एपर्यंत से डेट स्थिर होइनी पुणी विधानसभा अधिवेशन बसिबाकू जाउछि फरवरी मासरे विधानसभा अधिवेशन बसिबो आशा करिबा प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय ओडिशार ये जो समस्या सुनिमा लगी प्रधानमंत्री समय दियंतु विदेश गस्तर तो बहुत समय जाउछन्ती लोकंकर आदिवासी लोकंक समस्या जोटी बुढ़ी अंचल समस्या ता लगी प्रधानमंत्री समय देबा निहाती जरूरी
जेपरि भाबरे बिजु जनता दल जेपरि भार राजनीति करूची ये एक दुर्भाग्यजनक कथा किंतु प्रधानमंत्री भी प्रधानमंत्री भी समय देलेनी याठ दुर्भाग्य किछि नाही प्रधानमंत्री बीजेपी दल एनडीए सरकार जे प्रधानमंत्री अच्छा सी भी समय दबा था बिजु जनता दल राजनीति करुचे ये बीजेपी भी राजनीति करुचे ये खाली आदिवासी नाम रे दलित नाम रे एमाने खाली लोकों को ठकिबा पई पोलाम्बर प्रोजेक्ट कौन सी परिस्थिति रे एमाने बंद करि परिबेनी आउ
मु पचारिया पई चाहूची बिजु जनता दल को से पोलाभरम को लेके भ्रम काहे सृष्टि करिया को चाहूची हाउस कमिटी वर्तमान पर्यंत पोलाभरम गलानी की पोलाभरम देखिलानी की केते बाट काम आगे गलानी एक कथा बुझिलानी की केते पैसा खर्च हलानी एक कथा बुझिलानी की पोलाभरम कारणरू ओडिशार कोन क्षति हबो एवं सेटा केमिति कंपेनसेट हबो से कथा बुझिलानी की केवल राजनीति करूची.
The BJP's Odisha unit on Sunday launched a poster campaign against the BJD-led state government for hijacking the National Food Security Act NFSA in the state. State BJP President Basant Panda launched the poster campaign in the state capital, asking party workers to reach out to the grassroots to highlight the contribution of the Narendra Modi government in the NFSA. The BJP state president said the party would reach out to all villages through its 40 lakh primary members to expose the real face of the state government. Accusing the ruling party leaders and influential people of usurping the NFSA's benefits, he demanded that the government abandon this flawed beneficiary list and prepare a fresh list where not a single eligible beneficiary family is left out. He said Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik should come out clean and arrest those influential people who have availed benefits meant for the poor. For the first time, the Odisha government has decided to give priority to the public opinion in the preparation of the annual state budget this year. As part of its efforts, the state government has sought public opinion through its official website www.odisha.gov.in and SMS for the suggestions for the state budget for 2016-17 fiscal. Suggestions were invited via email to odisha.budget@gov.in and SMS to mobile number 9438161111. The state government has already received more than 1,400 suggestions through email and nearly 276 suggestions through SMS. Expressing satisfaction, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has asked the Finance Department to review all suggestions and submit a report to him. The allocation for the annual state budget, which was Rs 84,487.77 crore in 2015-16 fiscal, is more likely to exceed 1 lakh crore mark in the next budget. Considering the severe drought in the state this year, it is expected that the state government would give much emphasis on agriculture sector. Apart from this, the government is most likely to give more thrust on irrigation in view of the alarming rise in farmer suicide cases in the state this year.
Email to आरंभ करी SMS to आरंभ करी प्रत्येक क्षेत्र रे प्रत्येक जनसाधारण आग्रही जनसाधारण निश्चित भाव में तांकर मतामत देवे एवं समस्त मतामत को स्क्रूटिनी करा जिवो एवं विशेष भाव में वॉलंटियरली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन समस्त को आमे पार्टिसिपेट करबा पई सुजोग देबो एवं समस्त मतामत को तर्जमा करी बजेट प्रस्तुत करा जिवो।
बजेट फरक तो गवर्नमेंट ऊपर निर्भर करे मु किंतु भाबुची गवर्नमेंट जेमति भाव में प्रति वर्ष बजेट बढ़ई जाइछंती ए वर्ष लक्ष कोटी टंकार ऊर्ध्व हम एथर तो पंचायत आसूची इलेक्शन आसूची म्युनिसिपालिटी इलेक्शन आसूची मु जेते कहिले मध्य सरकार से दीटा सेक्टर ऊपर प्राधान्य निश्चय देबे।
The campaign for NSE polls in Champua in Keonjhar district and Baliguda in Kandhamal district ended here in the evening on Sunday. Polling would be held on 19th January, while the counting of votes and announcement of results would be on 21st January. For the 13 wards of Baliguda NSE, senior BJD leaders and ministers Pradeep Amat, Bikram Keshri Aruk, Pushpendra Singhdeo and Pradeep Panigrahi and 5-party MLAs campaigned for the candidates, while for the Congress, Mohammad Mokim, Bapi Circle and Ramesh Jaina also campaigned for the candidates. Besides, Odisha Pradesh Congress Committee OPCC President Prashad Harichandan had a door-to-door campaign on Saturday. Besides, BJP leaders including former Minister Surama Padhi and Sukant Panigrahi also had a door-to-door campaign for the candidates. For Champua NSE polls, there is a rat race among all the parties. However, it would be an acid test for the ruling BJD to win the polls, considering the recent ouster of Keonjhar Municipality Chairperson Meena Machi, who had lost her post in a trust vote. The Baliguda and Champua NECs have 12,764 and 9,508 voters respectively.
बिजु जनता दल प्रति 1 नंबर वार्ड रु 13 नंबर वार्ड जाए अभूतपूर्व जनसमर्थन मिलुची। मोर आशा और विश्वास आगामी 19 तारीख दिन जो पौर निर्वाचन होची से निर्वाचन रे बालीगुड़ा शहरवासी 13टी वार्ड रु 13टी जाक वार्ड रे बिजु जनता दल को विजयी करेबे।
जनता पार्टी बालीगुड़ा एनएससी निर्वाचन रे समस्त 13टी वार्ड रे प्रार्थी देछि। बालीगुड़ा एनएससी रे भारतीय जनता पार्टी रो पल्ला भारी अछि।
कांग्रेस एठी साधारण लोकन पाखरे पहुंची सेवक भाव रे सेवा करिवा पाए से माने शासक आमे सेवक।
An elderly man and a woman were killed by their sons in 2 separate incidents in Keonjhar and Kandhamal districts. In Haradigotha village under Keonjhar police limits, an elderly woman was killed by her son over a family dispute. According to the sources, 65-year-old Sumi Munda was attacked by his son with a kitchen knife. As usual, Sumi's son Rabi Munda came to the house in an inebriated condition on Saturday night and picked up a quarrel with her. Sumi's son-in-law's brother Deme Munda was also present that night. Soon the quarrel turned violent and both Rabi and Deme used a kitchen knife to slit Sumi's throat. After the incident came to light yesterday morning, town police rushed to the spot and sent the body for post-mortem. In a separate incident in Sadan Mendi village in Kandhamal district, an elderly man was reportedly beaten to death by his son. The deceased has been identified as Niranjan Diggal. Niranjan was beaten by his son Ramesh Diggal with a piece of wood on Saturday night. Niranjan collapsed on the spot and was taken by police to the Fulbani district hospital, where he succumbed to the injuries. As per the police investigations, Ramesh is mentally ill. Investigations are still on, informed sources. Leaking roofs, rusted pillars, destination boards smeared by dust and grease, broken slabs, Encroachments by booksellers and vendors and lack of basic public facilities depict the pitiable plight of the commuters at the Baramunda bus terminal in the Odisha capital. An exclusive report by OTV on Sunday shows that the biggest bus terminal of Bhubaneswar is in poor shape despite more than rupees 55 lakh the state government had invested for its infrastructure development. According to the reports, around rupees 23.86 lakh was spent to build 2 toilets and 3 urinals, while rupees 7.43 lakh and rupees 3.21 lakh were spent to fit tiles on it. Besides, the government had spent rupees 6.36 lakh towards colouring, rupees 3.91 lakh for pipe water connection and rupees 10.64 lakh on construction of the boundary wall of the bus terminal. The road of the bus stand was repaired with an estimated cost of rupees 50,000, the reports added. Sources in the Commerce and Transport Department said the government is planning to invest around rupees 150 crore, for which it has prepared a detailed project report DPR. But the question is why the government, which has planned to construct a new bus stand in the city, has decided to spend a huge amount on the old bus stand.
एते दुर्गंध जे माने टिकट काउंटर रे 5 मिनिट ठिया पारे बहुत देह पई बहुत क्षतिकारक टॉयलेट रो भी सेमति किछि सुविधा नै बहुत भीड़ रहउछि सेमति किछि सुविधा नै
बरमुंडार मुख्य समस्या हला लाइट व्यवस्था जमा नाही बाकी काव कैचिंग वेटे संड गाई गोरु को एटी पूरा गुहाळ होई जाईछि ना आखि से खाली रंग होईछि बाकी गोटे हमर लेडीज यूरिनल टिके हिछि आ भितर आउ किछि हेनी काम
बहुत वर्ष परे बरमुंडा बस स्टैंड को नवकल करा होछि टांकी गुड़ाक 22 वर्ष 25 वर्ष पर सफा होछि किसी व्हाइट वाश भी हेई पारि नथिला एबे काम वर्तमान चली टॉयलेट गुड़ाक जो नष्ट हो जाइथिला एबे नुआरे तैयारी हेउछि बरमुंडा बस स्टैंड गुडे नूतन बस स्टैंड करबा पई मध्य व्यवस्था करूछंती जोटा कि राइट्स गुडे संस्था जे कि पुरी रो मालती पाटपुर जो बस स्टैंड जे तैयारी करथिले सेही संस्था को दिया होछि.
With the seized work of the junior doctors of Veer Surendra Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research VIMSAR entering the 6th day on Sunday, the agitating medicos have demanded early intervention of the Health and Family Welfare Minister for an early solution of the ongoing impasse. Talks between RDC Northern and the agitating junior doctors in the evening failed. Talking to media persons, Dr. Shankar Ramchandani, President of Junior Doctors Association VIMSAR, said the seized work would continue until the demands are not met. Earlier in the day, the junior medicos barged into the office of the VIMSAR director and urged him and other senior officials of the institute to take necessary steps to fulfill their demands. A junior doctor of the institute ruled that the health minister has not bothered to look into the demands of the junior doctors even after 6 days of their seized work. Replying to a question on what steps the authorities of the institute had taken in this regard, VIMSAR Superintendent Dr. Lakshmikant Das said, the sooner the junior doctors join the duty, the better it would be, as they are the workforce of the institute. The superintendent, however, said the authorities of the institute are aware of the issues of the junior doctors. But the striking junior doctors were clearly not impressed with this expression of solidarity. It may be mentioned that the association had submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister and Health and Family Welfare Minister through the Director VIMSAR on 4th January, in which it had put forth its demands regarding development of VIMSAR and improvement in health services and teaching facilities in the institute. The association had served an ultimatum to the state government to fulfill its demand by 11th January, failing which the house surgeons and undergraduates had threatened to go on cease work on 12th January.
ट्रीटमेंट सर सकाळू आस्तुंदी आउ जाकी संध्यारे आउ राति सारा किछि नै तापर जहा हैरान होजु आमे निजे बुझुजु
डॉक्टर एसोसिएशन गुटे रोगी मानकु नेकी आंदोलन करछि किंतु कोन परिप्रेक्षी आज स्वास्थ्य मंत्री कहउछन्ती जे म आसी परिबिनी आपन सामने देखिछन्ती से कोन कहिछन्ती आरडीसी आ कलेक्टर को से आसीबा पे कहउछन्ती दिन को दिन गडै चलिछन्ती रोगी सेवा ब्याहत होइछि रोगी मानकु नै करी आ जो हमर शिक्षार गुणात्मक उन्नति पई जो हमर दाबी गुडाक सेटा जदी हम फुलफिल न हबो आमे से आंदोलन ओहरिबु नै
समस्या नै सब दाबी गुडाक सब गुडाक वर्तमान दाबी पूर्ण होइ जा ऊपर
Three persons were killed after a gas tanker lost control and overturned near Chhatrapur College Square, about 21 km from Barampur on Sunday. According to the sources, the incident took place in the afternoon when the gas tanker was on its way to Bhubaneswar from Berhampur. The tanker lost control while trying to avoid an accident with a scooter and rammed into a nearby beetle shop, crushed the 3 persons under. All 3 died on the spot, the eyewitnesses said. On being informed about the incident, police rushed to the spot and restricted movement of vehicles through the route as gas was leaking from the tanker. Power supply was also cut in the locality to avoid any fire accident due to the leakage of gas. Ganjam SP Narsingh Bhoda, who was present at the spot, said 3 have been killed in the gas tanker overturn case. Inspector General of Police Southern Range Amitabh Thakur also rushed to the spot. While one technical team from Jatni near Bhubaneswar rushed to the spot, another from Vishakhapatnam reached the site to check the leakage of the gas.
कुटरटा जेतले क्रॉस हला से टाइम रे ताकू सेव करिया जाई से सेपटे पलटी मारला पलटी मारिया सते से भितरे से पाखरे दुकान उठे थिला से दुकान रे जो 2-3 जन लोक थिले बोधे से माने से भितरे फसी जाई पारजंती
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कनेक्शन टोटल एरिया रे बंद कर दिया है गाड़ी चलाचल बंद कर दिया है प्लस हम मेगाफोन रे 1 किलोमीटर रेडियस रे सब जगह रे अनाउंसमेंट करू छु कि के गैस चूल्हा व्यवहार करिबे नहीं सिगरेट लाइटर के किछि व्यवहार करिबे नहीं.
The ban on the entry of tourists and visitors into the Bhitarkanika National Park on account of the census of saltwater crocodiles and birds in the sanctuary has been lifted from Monday. The Wildlife Division had restricted the movement of tourists and ferrying of boats in and around the park periphery during the census between 8th January and 17th January. After the conclusion of the census, the park is now thrown open to public, informed sources in the Wildlife Department. Notably, the Forest Department had engaged 17 teams for the census work. The crocodile census was conducted in Rajnagar, Dangamoda, Gahirmatha, Mahakalpada ranges within the sanctuary, while the bird census was conducted in Mathabadia, Kalibhanjadia, Bagagohana, Satabahia and Gahirmatha areas. Kalinga Lancers will take on Uttar Pradesh Wizards in the opening match of the 4th edition of Hockey India League HIL, which gets underway at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar on Monday. The hosts, trained by coach Mark Hager, are a lot confident and raring to go against the UP Wizards in the inaugural match. The 2 teams had spent enough time in the nets practicing for the match, sources added. The Bhubaneswar-based franchisee looks formidable with stalwarts like Lalit Upadhyay, Devinder Sunil Valmiki, defender Gurjinder Singh and 2 young Australian talents, striker Aaron Zalewski and goalkeeper Andrew Chatter. Drag flick specialist Gurjinder, who has a wonderful record in converting penalty corners in HIL, is a key player for Kalinga Lancers. The Wizards also look very promising with players like Australian Jamie Dyer and star internationals Tobias Hawk from Germany, Gonzalo Pilat of Argentina, along with acclaimed Indians like Pia Srijesh, Akashdeep Singh and skipper Raghunath. The 2016 HIL, which will have some changes in team combinations and scoring rules, will also have beefed up cash awards for teams and players, totaling a whopping rupees 5.7 crore. Before wrapping up the news headlines once again, BJD blames centre for stepmotherly attitude towards Odisha after PMO ignored state plea for meet on Polavaram. Odisha government decides to give priority on public opinion in annual state budget of 2016. Campaign for NEC polls in Champua, Baliguda ends. Polling to be held on 19 January. 3 persons killed after gas tanker overturns. Efforts made to stop gas leakage. And Kalinga Lancers to take on Uttar Pradesh Wizards in opening match of 4th edition of Hockey India League on Monday. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.